confirmed number of new coronavirus cases reported in Los Angeles County in the last 24 hours is 3,045, with 5 additional deaths. Here in Torrance, 43 additional cases were reported and no new deaths. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Leslie Robbins. It's Monday, August 2nd. To make it as easy as possible for more LA County residents to get vaccinated, all 5 county-run vaccination sites will be open on Sundays from as early as 8 a.m. and as late as 6 p.m. This week, there are more than 770 sites offering vaccinations. They include locations at clinics, community sites, hospitals, and pharmacies. Now, many places are concentrated in areas that have been hard hit by the pandemic. There are also 322 mobile sites offering more vaccination options. Public health officials remind everyone in LA County that any eligible person 12 years and older can get the vaccines for free. You do not need health insurance or a government-issued ID. You will also not be asked about your immigration status. More than 1,000 people are currently hospitalized with COVID-19 throughout LA County, and we are approaching 25,000 deaths. To find a vaccination site near you, you can log on to VACCINATELACounty.com. Well, Orange County health officials are hoping to make it even easier now to get a COVID-19 vaccine by offering it at one popular destination. Now, unvaccinated visitors who plan to attend the Orange County Fair will be able to get vaccinated during their visit. With just 58% of OC residents fully protected against the coronavirus, the Orange County Health Care Agency teamed up with the OC Fair to provide this free service from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday until the fair ends on August 15th. Eligible walk-ins can get their shots inside the fairgrounds Costa Mesa building. A handful of healthcare workers will staff the vaccine clinic, and they will be able to dispense up to 100 doses of either the Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson vaccine each day, with the ability to ramp up if demand increases. The healthcare agency spokesperson says they want to be where people are gathering and provide them with information about how to protect themselves. Now, Orange County's public health agency is also reporting a rise in COVID cases, with nearly 68% of infections occurring among those under 35 years old, compared to nearly 8% among residents over 65. The OC Fair has been selling out consistently. Daily attendance has been capped at around 45,000 due to the pandemic. A normal weekday attendance can get as high as 60,000, and pre-COVID weekends could reach 85,000 people. A new report by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention warns that the Delta variant may be one of the most transmissible viruses and can spread as easily as the chickenpox. This is according to an internal document from the CDC that has not been published yet. But the data showed that fully vaccinated people might spread the Delta variant at the same rate as unvaccinated people. The CDC is scheduled to publish this data later this week, which reaffirms its director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky's controversial decision to change guidance for fully vaccinated people. She suggests everyone wear masks when indoors, regardless of vaccine status. The document says the Delta variant is as transmissible as the chickenpox, with each infected person on average infecting either 8 or 9 other people. Officials say if vaccinated people still get infected, they have as much virus in their body as unvaccinated people, which means they're likely to infect someone else as well. The data does say that people who are vaccinated are safer, and the vaccine prevents more than 90% of severe illness. The country's top infectious disease expert is pleading with Americans to get vaccinated as cases continue to climb in the U.S. Dr. Anthony Fauci cautioned the public on Sunday that more pain and suffering is on the horizon. as he predicts things will get worse. While Dr. Fauci says he does not foresee additional lockdowns in the U.S. because he believes enough people are vaccinated to avoid the recurrence of last winter, he emphasized that not enough people are inoculated to crush the outbreak. He said on an interview this weekend that the 7-day average has gone up substantially, and from the standpoint of illness, hospitalization, suffering, and death, the unvaccinated are more vulnerable, as the outbreak is continuing now with mostly unvaccinated individuals. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, currently 58% of Americans 12 years and older are fully vaccinated. Well, as COVID numbers continue to soar, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration signaled it will expedite the process to fully approve the COVID-19 vaccine. A top official said the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine will be under accelerated review to earn the designation. An FDA spokesperson said the agency is working on identifying additional resources, such as personnel and technological resources from across the agency, and opportunities to prioritize other activities. The agency also deployed an all-hands-on-deck strategy to combat the pandemic surge. The Pfizer vaccine has been distributed under FDA emergency use authorization since December, with the company applying for full approval in early May. Now, officials hope this will remove one more layer of vaccine hesitancy and encourage 5 to 10 million more people to get vaccinated across the country. Finding bacon or any pork products in the new year may be hard to come by in California. At the beginning of 2022, the state will begin enforcing an animal welfare proposition approved overwhelmingly by voters in 2018 that requires more space for breeding pigs, egg-laying chickens, and veal calves. And while national veal and egg producers say they should be able to meet the new standards, only 4% of hog operations now comply with the new rules. The public policy director with the California Restaurant Association says they're concerned about the potential supply impacts and cost increases this will pose. California's restaurants and groceries are said to use about 225 million pounds of pork a month, but their farms produce only 45 million pounds. The National Pork Producers Council asked the U.S. Department of Agriculture for federal aid to help pay for retrofitting pork facilities around the country to fill the gap. A golfer from Southern California won Olympic gold over the weekend. Xander Schauffele took the top prize in the men's individual stroke play competition on Sunday. The San Diego native called this the biggest win of his career. It's also a touching victory. His German-born father, Stefan Schauffele, also dreamed of winning an Olympic medal himself almost 40 years ago. He was on his way to an Olympic training one day when a drunk driver struck his car and permanently blinded him in his left eye. Schauffele says he is happy to deliver the gold medal to his father. The 27-year-old has deep roots in Japan, making his win even more special. His Taiwanese mother grew up there, and his grandparents still live in Tokyo. Sofia Bella Bridal celebrated its grand reopening with a ribbon-cutting ceremony.
What it means to me that we get to celebrate our reopening today is that we've made it. We made it through the pandemic. If we can do it, anyone can. It's Bridal who's getting married like every day. Not everybody. So it's been pretty remarkable, and we need to celebrate all the small things.
If I could say something to small business owners, hang in there, because it seems like every day's a challenge normally, but even now it's double the challenge. So hang in there. We've done it one day at a time, and we're still here.
The Bridal Boutique carries customizable and off-the-rack wedding gowns. It's located in Old Town Torrance on Cabrillo Avenue, north of Carson Street, and safely reopened for in-person appointments. Stylists say they love to go above and beyond to help their brides achieve their dream wedding dress and strive to make the process magical. Sofia Bridal was founded on the notion that, quote, every once in a while in the middle of an ordinary life, love gives us a fairy tale. This small business is also woman and veteran owned. The Torrance Police Department will have additional officers out on patrol tomorrow looking for those who may be driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. The extra officers will be on the roads from 6 p.m. until 3:30 a.m. Now, police say they want everyone to be as safe as possible and remind the public that some prescription medications or over-the-counter drugs may also cause impaired driving. And while medicinal and recreational marijuana are legal, driving under the influence of it is not. A first-time DUI charge could cost an average of $13,500 in fines and penalties, as well as a suspended license. Funding for this patrol program was provided by a grant from the California Office of Traffic Safety through the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. National Night Out is tomorrow, and Torrance residents are encouraged to participate. The Torrance Police Department announced that they will be taking part in this year's event as it takes place tomorrow, the first Tuesday of August. Now, this is an annual community building campaign that promotes police-community partnerships and neighborhood camaraderie to ultimately help make neighborhoods safer and a more caring place to live. National Night Out also provides a great opportunity to meet your neighbors and members in your community under positive circumstances. Millions will take part in this year's National Night Out across the U.S. on August 3rd, with many neighborhoods hosting block parties, gatherings, sometimes cookouts, safety demonstrations, seminars, youth events, and often a visit from emergency personnel. For more information on how you can register your neighborhood for National Night Out, go to natw.org. And if you have questions for Torrance Police on matters regarding your local event, email communityaffairs@torranceca.gov. Well, live theater is coming back to Torrance next week. The Torrance Theater Company is proud to announce that the mega musical NUNSENSE will be performed at the James Armstrong Theater beginning August 13th through the 21st. The community is invited to join the Little Sisters of Hoboken as they try to raise some much-needed funds for the convent by presenting a talent show. Catchy tunes, tap dancing nuns, a wisecracking puppet, and some of the funniest sisters you've seen are sure to make for a great night at the theater. All live performances were on hold since March of last year due to the pandemic. Tickets can be purchased online at torrancetheatercompany.com. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. Here is a look at some re-landscaped medians in Torrance. City arborist and landscape manager Luis Ochoa shared these before and after pictures of the medians at Sepulveda Boulevard and Walnut Street. He says 13 new trees and more than 800 drought-tolerant plants were planted along with decorative wood bark chips. The plants will use less water, which means lower water bills for the city. The drought-tolerant plants will require less maintenance, and the addition of the decorative bark chips will suppress weeds and help retain moisture in the soil. What an eco-friendly way to show how Torrance cares. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo, or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that's our update for COVID-19 today. We will see you back here tomorrow as Rhianna Trutanich brings you the latest. Please be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.